Solo Jesus. This one has a lot of synth parts in it in the recording, and you might be wondering how exactly we're going to cover it. We're going to leave a lot of the doodly little synth lines to the guitars, and we're going to focus on adding a lot of beef and driving rhythm, with that sort of rhythmic part that's going to run through most of the song. So that's up here. For most of down here, you've got a pad. So, kind of a bigger spacey pad, and then at the very bottom here, we've got a motion key weight that's going to run through the whole song. So make sure that you've tapped your tempo to 134. That'll help us make sure that that does not stray from the rest of the song. So for this part up here, this is going to play throughout the whole song, and there's two different kind of syncopated rhythms that you need to think about. So I think that in the intro, the chorus, and the turn, you've got this rhythm. I'll try and tap the straight beats here, because it's syncopated, so I'll try and tap the straight beats with my left hand, and in my right hand I'll play the syncopated rhythm. And then in your verse and in your pre-chorus, you've got a slightly different syncopated rhythm, so... and so that is basically the entire song in your right hand. A lot of driving in there. And the only other thing that you would do differently is in the bridge. You're going to play B, E, and F sharp up here, and you're going to play just on the beat. So, Solo Cristo, Solo Cristo, just like that. And that's pretty much the extent of the song. So I'll try and give you a little bit of a sense of how that would go. You set your key weight down, and we're going to jump into the intro. Probably just play single notes in the left hand. Aquí estás, Jesús, nunca nos dejarás. Oh, Jesús es por la eternidad, solo su luz brilla. Oops. Eternidad. I kind of messed that up, but try and just remember that there's two different kinds of rhythms that you're trying to cover there. And then when we get to the bridge, Solo Cristo, Solo Cristo, Solo Cristo, Solo Cristo. Yeah, so that's how that will go. A couple things. This part in the right hand, I'm holding down the pedal right now, but it's decoupled from the pedal, so you can hold it down, and you can still play that so that you can hold down the pad with your left hand, while the right hand stays detached. To differentiate between the different feels, or the different feels, in the verse and the pre-chorus, you can play with less velocity. Sin misas nueva vida formarás. And then in the chorus you can hit it with more velocity. To give it more beef, more energy there. And what else? Oh, yeah, so in the verse, there's sort of that, if you listen in the recording, there's sort of a descending pad line. If you're up to it, you can try and play that in the left hand while you're syncopating in the right hand. But otherwise, in the left hand, you're going to play just the chords, essentially. So in certain parts where there's less energy, maybe just play a single note, or play octaves, and then you can play fuller chords during the chorus. Yeah, so add energy in your left hand by playing more of the notes in the chord, increasing an inversion, do all that kind of stuff. But the main thing is that your right hand is driving and your left hand is padding it with the chords. Really just focus on getting those syncopated rhythms. That's the most difficult part of the song. And once you get that, I think you're golden. So that is Solo Jesus.